Time now for Better Money Boston. Joel Johnson is managing partner at Johnson Brunetti. Joel, we have to talk about inflation and how it relates to retirement. Inflation is really causing some concerns right now for people. I want to start, though, by defining inflation.
Well, there is an economic definition that gets kind of complicated, but in real simple terms that you and I and our audience can understand, inflation is simply the cost of goods and services that we buy going up over time. And over a long period of time, inflation typically runs at about 2 to 3%. So the cost of things like gasoline and food go up about 2 to 3% per year. As of late, over the last 12 to 24 months, it's actually been 8, 9, 10%, depending on what you're measuring. And this can really hurt when you're in retirement. If you think about it, if you retire at age 65, over the course of the next 20 or 30 years, you might have to triple your income, maybe quadruple your income if inflation is out of control.
All right, let's talk about ways to combat inflation. How does diversification work?
Well, diversification works well because you're spreading your investments out across a bunch of different types of investments. So some investments will do real well during inflationary times, others won't. For instance, a CD that locks you into an interest rate for a long period of time, if inflation kicks in, that CD is not going to hold its value. Stocks sometimes do better, but different types of stocks do worse. So it's important with an overall financial plan that you blend your portfolio across different asset classes.
Could we also think about extending our time in the workforce?
Yeah, I mean, some people might just have to work longer, and some people are choosing to work longer now anyway. But for every year that you can work, additional year that you can work, it's kind of like 2 years because of the way the math works on your life expectancy.
What about Social Security strategies?
Social Security, sometimes people should wait longer to take Social Security, even though it might hurt a little bit in the beginning of a retirement, because Social Security does have an inflation protection built into it.
All right, Social Security is huge to retirement. Inflation is also important to consider. You have a free book on this topic. Tell us more.
Yeah, we sure do. We've got a book that covers all these inflation issues. It covers how to invest during inflationary times, and it also talks quite a bit about how you should have your own plan to combat inflation.
That's right, and you can get Joel's free book today. Simply go to bettermoneyboston.com. That's bettermoneyboston.com. We thank Joel for his time today, and that's this week's Better Money Boston.